Hi guys, how are you? Bricks Nostalgia here, and today here we are with part 2 of the review of my custom Lego train inspired by the very iconic Metroliner from the early 90s. What we're going to look at in this video is this wagon that you have here in front of you. That is a customized version of this very iconic set from the early 90s. As you can see, there are some differences between the two builds, not just in terms of color scheme but also in the shape of it, especially with regards to this section over here. We're going to discuss that as well, but let me go through some other features first. Okay, first of all, I would like to point out that these doors here come from my 7740, which means that they're not supposed to be completely yellow, but they're supposed to be yellow on the top and red here on the bottom. What I did in order to make everything look as I wanted was to use some tape. I used yellow tape first to cover the red stripes, and then I used some red, white and blue tape to create these lines that join these other ones that are brick built. The second thing I would like to point out is that these change in height of these lines over here are brick built. This whole line is brick built, and while in the official set there were a couple of panels over here that were with a print on it that were supposed to allow the two lines at two different heights to join together. I went for a brick build solution, and I think it works just fine. Let's move now to the main point of the main difference in the build, which is this roof over here. And the reason why the roof is different is because these trans clear pieces that you see over here are very rare and expensive due to the fact that appear only in this set. I had a look in Bricklink, and each one of these is sold for on average £5. There's 10 of them in each in a set. So what happens is that on average you will have to spend up to £50 just to get these 10 doors in order to be able to put together a set that is very similar to this one. That's definitely not an option, at least for me. So I decided to go for a different solution, and what I did was simply to find an alternative for the trans clear part of the section, and then just build a roof that is simply of the same type and the same height as the one in the locomotives. I came up with two different solutions, and I'm actually very undecided about which one could be the best one. So one is this one that you see here with some 2x2 trans clear panels. The other one is the one that uses some flat windshields that would allow the look to be of this type. Now I'm very undecided. The texture based on the type of trans clear pieces you use, the texture of the build changes. I like both of them. I really can't decide, so I will just take my time to figure out which one I want to keep permanently. So yeah, this is it pretty much. Let's move to a quick look of the interiors. Okay, to have access to the interiors, we simply lift this upper section up and put it on the side. This will reveal the upper deck with some seats and some minifigs sitting on top of it. To get rid of the upper deck, we simply lift it up, as it is The deck is simply resting on top of these supports with tiles on them, so this allows a very easy removal of the section. I put this one on the side as well, and what will be revealed is the lower deck with a couple of beds to allow minifigs to rest. Now this build that you see here is pretty much exactly the same as the one as the official one. I've been putting it together following the instructions that are present on internet. The only difference is mainly the color scheme, as the pieces I had available were of a different color. So pretty much this is it, guys. The only last thing I would like to point out that is still a problem I haven't resolved is just that this type of build this way, with this upper section put together in this way, has the problem that it covers the faces of the minifigs, so there is not it doesn't allow the best view of the interior for the upper deck. This is a problem that could be resolved only or using these trans clear pieces, or replaces this whole roof with trans clear slopes. But I wouldn't like those options. I don't like the second option. The first one is not possible due to it being too expensive. I don't like the second option of putting trans clear pieces to put together the roof, so I'm gonna keep it like that. So I'm very happy and satisfied with this build. Guys, don't forget to look down in the description below so you can have you can find the link to the review of the locomotives that together with this wagon put together the whole train. So don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe, as there will be a lot more coming over the next few weeks. Okay, so thank you very much and I'll see you later.